Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. In the last episode we tried the BeastTyrant and Nightshroud story mission and we did alright. I say nearly got it. We failed. There was definitely quite a few monsters left at the end, but we killed the boss that was in there. The Sightless Eye. We got unlucky with some of the rolls. So we're bringing along some reinforcements to try and swing things in our favour. And this is going to give us the fueled falchion at the end. Right, let's hop on in and kill some imps and other things. An encounter along the way. This time we don't have any gold to give up. Pay the toll? No. Fight them. Clearly no match to the likes of you. Within seconds they all lie dead on the ground. You claim the coin purse and continue through the passage. Okay, so we get a little bit of damage at the start of the scenario, but 17 gold, and I think that's a worthwhile trade-off. We've read through all that before, so we'll just skip past it. Let's go for Streamline on the BeastTyrant. Neither of those is particularly likely. For the Nightshroud, Fast Healer for the Quatermaster. Pacifist? It's not likely, but I don't want to get no... Well, I suppose we could go for Indignant. We're probably going to end up looting with everyone anyway. And for the Plagueherald, Explorer. These are optional quests. We may not manage any of them. Now there is definitely more mobs this time, and they are bigger. So we're going to want to do much the same as we did last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got... Let's reposition ever so slightly. Ancient Ward and Venomous Ally. 1, 2, 3. You're easily in range. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 mobs in range, 2 hits of Ancient Ward, job's a good un. Which means I need the Quatermaster down here if you're going to be doing Quiver of Arrows, so that you get extra targets. Because ultimately that's what we want for all of our big attack actions. So Iron Bulwark and Quiver of Arrows, you're going to try and go first. Get that shield, get that strengthen on everyone. Which means we then move on to Nightmarish Affliction over here and spread the plague. Get some serious damage out, maybe do some exploding. Love all that kind of idea. And the one person who can't quite reach, I mean, I suppose we could move them across. We could do some, you know what, you can start there. If you start there and we do Soulfire at range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can get a wound on someone that isn't wounded. A wound and a... well, stun's not really necessary, but the wound certainly would be nice. Alternatively, we would go in with Black Arrow and we do big hits. I think that's probably a smarter choice. So if we go in with Black Arrow and... maybe Doomed Breeze. So we've got options to reposition should we need to. I'd like you to go slower than that, actually. Do we have a better option for the bottom? Wings of the Night? Armour of the Night? Yeah, Armour of the Night, go a bit slower, because then you'll get the strength and advantage. Alright, let's do it! So, Bear, in place. We are mostly going faster than most of these. The users are going to split. That's Always a pain. Quiver of arrows, get it out there. Shield and strengthen. Now the bear is not close enough, but the bear is still solid as all hell. Okay, if the oozes are going to split, these two can fill one space between them. This one, if we can kill it, won't get anything spawned. So let's try and focus it down as much as possible. Disarm you, disarm you, disarm you. And a fourth, of course. God, I love that quiver. I love that quiver so much. All these extra wounds. You know, I reckon if we hit him again, that would be good. So, stamina potion. Let's get back Ancient Ward. We don't strictly need to use the Ring of Brutality because these guys aren't. Yeah. So these guys aren't going to attack, so we don't need to disarm on this side. The only thing we would need to consider is that we need to make sure this dies from the Black Arrow on the Nightshroud, or from the Nightmarish Affliction on the Plagueherald, and I think we're going to be good for that. So let's get some friend summons in place. Well, he's a friend summon. I won't summon the skeleton just yet because I think he's likely to get hit and shot. So, Nightshroud. Black Arrow on you and on you, I think. No. Yeah, the one that's actually at risk of causing retaliation damage. It's great. I'm happy enough with that. Shield up, move closer. Moving closer is not a bad idea. Does put us straight in the limelight there. They're not actually going to attack, so we would end up getting muddled. And you're range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can't actually reach anyone at the moment, so let's come over this side and just get a bit muddled. Alright, Nightmarish Affliction. We can boost the range, but it's not going to get us further, so it's not really worth it. It would be good for killing this guy. But let's hit you, and let's hit you. You know what, it's fine as it is. Poisons galore. So much poison. Now this one looks like we can reach if we up the range. So yeah, let's hit the big guys at the back. I'm surprised this wasn't in range. I thought it would have been. Unless I just missed it. Bang! I love it. I love it so much. Well done, Plagueherald. That has made things a lot better for us. Okay. Ancient Ward, let's get that disarm going again. So it's going to be you, and you. The bear we can put on Rampage, I guess. In terms of ranged attacks, we want to move up. So let's see what we can do to encourage that. Scroll of Lightning, nice ranged attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we move up 4, potentially with hastened step, we could giant club this guy and drill him. But it does put us right in the middle, which is not necessarily a great place to be. We'll try it though. We'll try it. So that extra, you get your shot off. We're moving up to here. You've got a moment before we do that, or you need to move in to this space before taking a shot. With Dark out, we could also do accelerated end to do 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. It's not a huge amount. I think we do Fetid Flurry, get some curses out. No, we do Paralyzing Bite. That's what we'll do. So just after you've moved. We'll get some paralysis out. That's what we'll do. And over this side, Doomed Breeze will allow us to move and get a curse on someone. Silent Force will let us get a kill. It's definitely time for us to start taking them out. So skip the movement, get a curse on you. And I think you're actually the one that I really want to take out. So let's get you gone. And just in case this doesn't work. Great, and we're invisible for the next turn. Unlucky bear. Luckily, we have a bird to help out. Well, I think we can... I undo this for a second. Ancient Ward, we can hit these 3. We've got 3 target anyway, so we may as well move a little bit closer. And they are going to do ranged shenanigans. So let's get him hit. Great, and a wound on the back. Quatermaster. I think we'll move you up to here, as mentioned previously, and get the giant club. We don't need to drill this anymore. Now, we don't quite have the angle that I was hoping for. It's a little bit of a shame because of that lovely bear that is in the way. So we're going to have to move up to here, and we'll just skip the rest of the movement and do what we can. Given these are both going to act this turn, let's hit the one with the poison, try and get a bit of damage off on it. It's a little painful, but it's fine. Damn, they are rolling lucky. Okay, let's get all that poison healed. Energizing strike, and we'll go for focused aggression on the top. We don't have a huge amount of poison out there right now, but we could do a really nice stinging cloud. Alternatively, if we move up, we could do creeping curse. So let's do that. Scatter terror, creeping curse will go quickly. We'll get a sharpening kit to do some minor healing, but that's going to be after crippling bow, I think. Actually, no. We'll scroll of judgment, get some stun off. And on this side, we move in relatively quickly with dancing shadows. Actually, we can soulfire to stun. Yeah, dancing shadows and soulfire. That's how we'll do it. Okay, who do we want to stun? Attack 3, range 4. Attack 2, range 4. So the elite is the bigger threat. We may be at a disadvantage, but it's still totally worth it. He will die before he has a chance to act. You know what? I should have moved in first and we would have got two hits off. That is my mistake for certain. Plagueherald. And also I've gone and blocked myself off there as well, so Creeping Curse is going to be less effective. We can still put it to good use though. Let's hit the one in front, I think. Good job, Bear. Nicely done, Vulcan. Okay, BeastTyrant. Get the poison off everyone. And then we're going to focused aggression. That's unlucky. That's not too bad. We can manage all of that. Okay, well, I did say we were going to do some healing. Let's heal the bear. Although the bear is probably the easiest one to heal of all of us. Get the stun in there. And how are you doing for cards, actually? 3. So if we use the stamina potion to bring back the sharpening kit, we can then do sharpening kit and reforge and get back some more cards. We can do some worthwhile rebuilding. Let's say Fetid Flurry and Stinging Cloud. Move up and do something relatively quick. Sharpening kit and Reforge. Let's try and keep those cards moving. Cloak of Shade and Grim Sustenance. And up here, do we have any more healing related stuff? Borrowed Essence, kind of. But honestly, Unstoppable Beast to move up to the door might be our best option. And Concentrated Rage. So we'll just grab that money that's slightly out of reach. Sharpening Kit will get rid of the poison on you. And then get back Sharpening Kit and Scroll of Judgment, I think. So you can heal up properly next turn. We'll step in a teeny bit. Get the shield on for what it's worth, and then Fetid Flurry to hit both of these. Double kill. Well, we've got plenty more money to pick up then. BeastTyrant, Bear, stay where you are. Falcon, stay where you are. Let's move up to the door. Now the next room is going to be obviously a bit more difficult, but we should be able to manage it. I think we should try and loot, or at least rest and recoup a little bit. So we can come across and grab some of these. We'll do a long rest on the Nightshroud. Although the Nightshroud could grab all of this next turn in one go. Well, not next turn. It'd be 2 turns, one to get in and then one to do the loot. But that in itself is not a problem. Yeah, let's use Borrowed Essence to redistribute the damage, and then we'll rest and heal up. And we can use Spirit Swap to move the big Tamale out. So first up, heal yourself. Then step across. Bear and Falcon, stay where you are. Redistribute. So 2 down, 2 up. That's all we really need to do at this point. Skip the Blood Hunger. That's not going to be of any use to us. And we can get all the way to the end on this. And we may as well use Accelerated End. Here's that long rest. I think we will lose Doomed Breeze. So long rest on the BeastTyrant, long rest on the Plagueherald. Quatermaster, you'll do what you can to get on up. We're just going to step across and grab this, I think. So we can use Wings of Night to be invisible. And then next turn we can come running in while invisible at the end of a turn. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we'll do Armour of the Night. Alright, now step on up, grab this. Let's skip the attack on this. I think the Quatermaster's going to end up just doing a short rest. Okay, let's lose Rampage. And Plagueherald, what are you going to lose? Epidemic, because it's your worst ability. It's not bad, it's just it's not good. Okay, we need the Quatermaster to go in first so he can create that central beachhead effectively. So short rest. Don't want to lose the giant club, but don't want to risk losing something else. So hastened step will get us in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. And then Scroll of Lightning will do a decent hit. Next up, moving afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need something that moves us 3 and Ancient Ward. Unstoppable Beast and Ancient Ward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something that moves us 5. 4 is close. Okay, we're going to have to do 4. So if we're doing 4, then everything gets pulled back by 1 space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe the Quatermaster goes here. Here, here, or here. And Nightmarish Affliction. Which we can totally bomb. Or we save the bombs for the following turn with Paralyzing Bite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, wherever we go, we're going to be able to manage this. So we want Soulfire for the stuns and the wounds. And probably Cloak of Shade, and we'll use the boots. Okay, let's see what's in the room. So Quatermaster, in you come, open the door. The room opens up and an abomination sits in front of you. A giant stalk with a mouth of razor-sharp teeth. Seems to have finally found the source of the rot. Let's take it out. Indeed. So, I said, going on any of these spots. It is in range of this. Let's see what they're all going to do. All attack 3, range 5. So we're going to get hit. He's going to summon a friend. But then he is blocked in, so that's not terrible. Oozes are going to duplicate. This is already feeling horrible. Great job. This is going to cause us a problem. Probably, possibly. Let's get in and get some disarms out. So, Ancient Ward, bang, 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 bang. Nice wound. Good 2 times. Better than the kick in the teeth. We could use Spirit Swap to immediately pull the big tamale closer. What's your attack range? 3. So from here, 1, 2, 3. So you would hit everyone. But here, 1, 2, 3, you wouldn't. So we could put you on the side, which would make you easier to target-ish. maybe next turn. Maybe next turn we'll lead with that. We could do focused aggression right now, but if we're doing next turn shenanigans next turn, we'll do Spirit Swap, Borrowed Essence, and something that hits big, and that will be good. For right now, though, we can get a skeleton out. No, let's keep the skeleton for right now. Plagueherald, you are not going to get where I want you to, which is a real shame. Nightmarish Affliction, if we up the range, is not going to be able to hit. This little blocker is really quite annoying. Okay, Nightshroud. At least we can get you in. You're going to be range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you'd have to go much, much closer. If you go here, you can at least get stuns on these two. Oh, you could even... Yeah, you could stun these guys on the end. That'll stop them duplicating, I think. And get wounds on them. And an extra target. Not great in terms of actual damage, but we'll get Soulfire back. And then next turn we can Black Arrow and Soulfire again. Yeah, they don't take the 2 damage if they're stunned, but they don't duplicate, so feel that works in our favour. Okay, now might be a time to pull the big one forwards. Now that all of these are wounded, so if we do Spirit Swap to swap you 2 over, Borrowed Essence to get a wound on him. He's immune to push and pull, so he's got 2 potential spaces that he could summon something. But for now, that would be great, and we could then do Focused Aggression as our extra thing. You can move up 2 and get a big ass stinking cloud right in the middle of the group. Or Fetid Flurry. Yeah, Fetid Flurry. Yeah, Fetid Flurry is Stinking Cloud. Move in and get that all distributed. Down here, Sharpening Kit will give everyone more damage on their attacks. So Iron Bulwark, Sharpening Kit, and your job is to keep everyone damaging. Want to do Black Arrow and Soulfire again. So we're going to have to do this without the added benefit, but that's fine. Okay, oozes are duplicating again. So go invisible first of all. We're going to hit these deep terrors so that they carry on not being functional. They will die before they have a chance to act. So Sharpening Kit. Beast-Tyrant Bear getting closer. Right, here we go. Let's swap this over. This is going to hurt, but I think it's going to be necessary to start this. Oh, we can't swap. Okay. Well, if we can't swap, that's kind of interesting. So my question then is, who do we want where? These are still probably fine to have. They are gradually going to be dying. But if I swap you over, what's the benefit? None. You two can't duplicate at the moment, so you need to stay where you are. You two, you can't, but you can. Yeah, there's not a great deal of benefit for us to reposition people. We could reposition us, though. So let's do what we can. Get these two. And then we'll move on a bit closer. And I think we're still out of range for stuff. Let's get the skeleton out. I don't think there's really much benefit in us using the Ring of Brutality. We could still get focused aggression out. I think we'll just do that as our next turn hit. We may as well put Dark on the table. I'm sure someone will find a use for that. Okay, that is the wrong movement. I wanted to move in this way. So coming in over here. Fetid Flurry. Okay, we want the Hawk Helm for the range. And we want a big explosion. That will work. And you. Or we do it this way round. Yeah. This is going to be worth the sacrificial robes. And you, because you can duplicate. Can I then do the volatile bomb as well? I don't think so. Yeah, that's what we want, just like that. Take the damage. Nuke the guy at the back. It's a shame because he's going to duplicate. I wish that multiplier had been on the big boss, but that was a big hit. This one just dies. Huzzah! Okay. Focused aggression, venomous ally. What's the longest range stuff we could do? We could poison everything with accelerated end and paralyzing bite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can get poison on the enemy over there. Paralyzing Bite, we're not going to be in range to hit him with an actual hit, but that's okay at this point. Paralyzing Bite we can use to stun these over here. Quatermaster, it almost feels like we should move you forwards soon. I think we need to reforge to get back your sharpening kit. So crippling bow and reforge, but nothing's really in range at this point. We can do grim sustenance to get a reasonable hit, but we'd need to get significantly closer. And our boots aren't ready, so let's move as slow as possible. And we'll see if there's anything to hit when we get there. We could also do Dancing Shadows to kind of come in here and hit, depending on where things end up. So, poison on you. What are these doing? Yeah, they're all throwing poison out. Poison on these ones, that's fine. And Paralyzing Bite in a nice little bomb. Good job, Bear. Nice one, Skeleton. That deep terror is a problem. Kinda has to go. And then we can hit the big boss. That's a solid hit, actually. If we were to do Ring of Brutality now, we could do Energizing Strike, we could do Concentrated Revenge. Both of those are useful. So getting a disarm on this over here would definitely help. Quatermaster. Nothing's in range for this, unfortunately, so we'll just give you back your sharpening kit and your hasten step. That'll allow you to reposition and heal. That's such a big hit. Let's just lose Energizing Strike over that. There's an obnoxious amount of damage to take. 3 is fine. I don't mind 3. Obviously don't like being poisoned, but... Okay, Nightshroud. Let's move you up. And let's step you in. Short rest for the BeastTyrant. We can use Unstoppable Beast at this point. Ancient Ward is the most important. I need to go a little bit slower than that. Ancient Ward and Blood Hunger. It's getting a bit risky, because I need you to step across so we get extra hits with that Ancient Ward. 1, 2, 3. Just about in range for Scattered Terror. Definitely in range for Spread the Plague. We'll be able to hit both of these with that. And then We could use Virulent Strain to kill something that is poisoned. Or we start with Creeping Curse, hit this, and then Spread the Plague to hit these two on the back. Both of that, good options. We need to be invisible at the end of this turn. So let's do a short rest. We want to go quickly. And we want to be invisible at the end of the turn. Black Arrow and Armor of the Night. Hit big, dive into shadows. And then next turn we'll hit with Soulfire. The reason I moved up here was to block that summoning that they're doing. That is vitally important. Big hit. Love to see it. Go invisible. So painful. Poor bear. Cool, this guy's dead. This one, however, is not. That's fine. Ancient Ward. The oozes are going to heal themselves up. At least they're going to try to. So let's do our best to stop that. We are going to get to move before them. Actually, this is disarming. So it would be better to hit the small ones. Like this. That's not terrible. Come on, bear. Unnecessary, but fun. Okay, we need to reposition in, and you're going to be able to do some stuff from where you are. You'll be able to hit this guy, and that's it. I think we're going to have to reposition you. I think we've done everything we can from here. So if we're moving in more legitimately, we could move in and just get a kill. Just to stop them healing. So unlucky. Right, let's poison him. That'll stop him healing. We get a little bit closer. We can get a hit off this way. It'll do. I'm a bit disappointed with how that went. Not really much we can do about it, but that's what happens with these things. And he's stealing all the gold. Okay. Could spirit swap you down here, which would be amusing, but not necessarily useful. The bear's going to move in. So let's say Spirit Swap and Borrowed Essence, but that's just so we can move up and get in a position to do some ranged attacking. We'll do a short rest on the Plagueherald. I don't want to lose Spread the Plague, but there are others that I really want to hold on to. Knowing that the Beastmaster is going to be like here with Borrowed Essence, which is range 3. No, he's going to be here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Plagueherald 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have that can move big? Maybe Under the Skin? Nightmarish Affliction under the skin, that could work. We'll do a long rest on the Quatermaster. And up here, we're going to go for Soulfire. So we can get the wound on this guy. And then at the end of the turn... well, we may as well do Grim Sustenance and just loot. Oozes are going to duplicate. Ah! We did have a space. Ah, no. Oh, but we kind of have to. Take the damage. Take the damage. Good job, skeleton. Okay. Hit you and hit this, I guess, actually. Knowing that this is going to duplicate, doing 1 damage will help out a little, but it is going to be helping out a little. Let's hit this guy. We come round here. We can get Nightmarish Affliction on you, you, and you. I would love it if there was someone else close enough. A stun! Helpful. Although, actually, not helpful because this one wasn't going to be of any real threat. Should have burned it on the 7. We'll lose Concentrated Rage. I'm not happy about it. Okay, loot. And Soulfire. Let's lose Hasten Step at this point, I think. Okay, Focused Aggression, we get 2 ranged shots. Venomous Ally, we get 2 ranged shots. Paralyzing Bite, we get 2 nice stuns. And Stinging Cloud, we can move in the middle and kind of act as a blocker for stuff. Sharpening Kit, we can get some healing over here. Iron Bulwark will put some buffs on everyone. We could use Cloak of Shade to go invisible, but we could also use Wings of Night for it. Let's go quick, let's end up invisible, and then we'll do a long rest next turn. Oozes are duplicating again. He does still have space that he can do stuff on. But we could do... I could move to here. He's immune to push. We can't push him around. Okay. Stick to the plan. Keep damaging him. Keep it up. We could, however, fill in the intermediate gaps, but then he does the big group attack, which I don't like. Get the extra XP at the very least. Quatermaster. I thought the bear was closer than that. It's only range 2. Yeah, I think we should step in to do that. Plagueherald, we need you to come across then. And we'll get the Paralyzing Bite out over here just to do damage, and here to stop this one duplicating. Okay, poison ranged attack. Hit and hit. Nice. Even nicer, although this guy can now duplicate, which is hilarious, but not what I was intending. Hit and hit. Oh! He's gonna die. So we just need to tank this. He will die next turn. Which means, I think, as long as we don't do anything super foolish, we should be able to deal with the rest of these. Let's say short rest on the BeastTyrant. Nope. Sure. Ancient Ward and Focused Aggression. No. Ancient Ward and Blood Hunger. Ancient Ward, Venomous Ally. Poisons. Poisons, poisons, poisons. Better Flurry and Accelerated End. Make sure everything's poisoned. Could do Scroll of Judgment. Everything 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything within range 4 would suffer 2 damage, which is interesting. And Reforge to get back our Sharpening Kit. And then over here, short rest. Because now we're kind of invisible, and next to this guy we can Soul Fire a whole bunch of them. So let's say Black Arrow, Soul Fire. Deep Terrors are doing nasty stuff. So, hit you and get a stun on you. And who else? He's going to do healing. He's got poison on him, so he's not really going to heal. Let's hit you instead. Cool. Do we have any stuff that we can pick up? Doesn't look like it. So stay invisible for now. Good job, bear. So poisons. Poison on you to stop healing. Poison on you because you're already poisoned. I am so incredibly happy about this. I would love it if you were close enough. Two enemies left. A little bit of loot left. Okay. Fetter Flurry you are out of range of. And we can't really maneuver round. So we'll poison both of these. Quatermaster. Is it worth us doing the Scroll of Judgment? I mean, this one will die next turn, so it's got that amusement factor. And I think it's probably worth us starting to step in and grab the money. Okay. Bear's going to move in and do some nasty stuff, so we'll do Blood Hunger and hopefully the bear finishes him off. We will try and move up and be somewhat relevant with the Plagueherald. Crippling Bow and Scroll of Lightning over here, and we'll just try and grab gold. Yeah, you're going to be out of range whatever we do, so just get that. Ooh, so close to coming in down there. But grab this bit of gold. Here comes the bear. And the bear finishes it off quite nicely. Oh, so good. Well, there's nothing that we can really reach down here. So for now, let's just grab what we can. Skip the pushing. Two piles of gold left at the end of that, but the team did really well. As you hit the sightless eye for the last time, it shudders and then explodes, showering you all with foul-smelling goo. That was unpleasant. Indeed, it was. BeastTyrant, 132 damage done. I love that extra quiver from the Quatermaster. Such a good support ability. And that gives us the Fueled Falchion. During your single target melee attack, the target and all enemies adjacent suffer 1 damage. It's good for guaranteed damage. It's really not bad. With the eye dead, we have reports that most areas of Rot are receding, but there could still be pockets of it around the land. What happened? What was that smell? You passed out. Probably the smartest thing I've ever done. Look, I have a Fueled Falchion I use as a nightlight, and I want you to have it for free. If you ever fight something that smelly again, kill it with fire from the Falchion. Well, the BeastTyrant has leveled up, so I need to get my list together. Where did I put it? Brand new machine, so I need to figure out what I've done. I might be able to access it this way. There we go. Right. So the BeastMaster, so BeastTyrant, at level 7, we're looking to get Tyrannical Force. So Storm Sigil, it's attack 4 on the bottom, summons a wind totem that pushes people around, doesn't move. Tyrannical Force, attack 3, range 3, stun. All summoned animal allies within range 3, move -1. It's a very powerful ability that is going straight in the deck. We'll lose Concentrated Rage in order to get that, because that is a stun ability and we love them. BeastTyrant is also going to get Immobilized? More healing? More healing, I think. More healing is kind of vital. As for the Falchion, we don't have space for it on the Nightshroud. We don't have space for it on the BeastTyrant either. The Quatermaster, I think, is also full up. And the Plagueherald is a ranged character, so it's going to go to someone else. But just so it doesn't keep shouting at us, let's have a look like that. There we go. Okay, next up is going to be the Soothsinger and the Elementalist. So I will pick the party and we'll be ready to run in next time. But thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Gloomhaven Guildmaster. See you soon.